IQ is made possible in part by Wing to Wing Foundation. Today, these two teams, Blaine Middle School from Blaine, Kentucky, and Green Middle School from Franklin Furnace, Ohio, compete on today's IQ. From the Cool TV studio, here's the host of IQ, Ernie Anderson.
Thank you, MJ McKay. Lovely Vanna White. And all of you who come to watch our game today, thank you very much for coming in. This is our middle school tournament. We'll get to them right now, and we'll find out in our next several tapings who wins the $1,000 for the overall winner and $500 for the runner-up. So we'll see how many games we play for all of that. We'll start with a warm-up round, and we'll start with you, Blaine, and team captain Marissa. Acronyms. Give me the common sayings. ASAP.
As soon as possible.
That's right. Speak up a little bit more for me there, Marissa. Your acronyms question now for Sydney and Green. Give me the common saying for CPR. CPR, Sydney.
No answer.
Okay. It's up to you, Blaine, to steal the 10 points.
No answer.
It's cardiopulmonary resuscitation. I'll stay with you, though, Sydney and team, for your contains a bird. I'll give you a definition of a word which happens to include the name of a bird. Ray Bolger played this part in The Wizard of Oz. It also fills in the blank of the title of a John Cougar Mellencamp song, Rain on the... Sydney?
No answer.
Do you know Blaine and Marissa?
Lawn.
It's scarecrow. Back to you, though, for contains a bird question. Give you the definition of a word which happens to include the name of a bird. When you call someone this, you are saying that they are being foolish in some way. It means the same thing as don't be ridiculous. It's something that you say affectionately to someone that you're fond of by saying, you silly
Goose.
goose is right. So you pick up another 10, brings you to 20. Stay with you for a math question now. What is the largest two-digit prime number less than 100?
99.
No?
None.
Green? Sydney?
97.
97 is right. So you pick up 10 in your math question. The number of students in Mrs. White's third grade is 28. If there are 12 boys, what is the ratio of girls to boys expressed in simplest form? Your answer?
3 to 4.
No.
No answer.
It's 4 to 3, not 3 to 4. Literary pseudonyms, and it's your question, Sydney and team. By what other name do we know Samuel Langhorne Clemens? William Faulkner called him the father of American literature. Sydney?
No answer.
How about it, Blaine?
No answer.
Mark Twain. Your literary pseudonyms question. By what other name do we know Charles Ludwig Dodgson, an English writer of children's fiction noted for his facility with wordplay, logic, and fantasy?
Dr. Seuss.
No? Sydney?
Charles Dickens.
It's Lewis Carroll. But that ends our warm-up round. We'll be back to talk to our students and find out more about their schools when High Q returns.
The madness is real at Dutch Miller Chevrolet in Huntington. With vehicle allocations returning, prices are dropping, and we're offering no payments for 90 days. Or how about taking up to $8,000 off high-output 2.7-liter Silverados, and for a limited time, supplier pricing on select new Camaros, Trax, Trailblazers, and Traverses. Text or chat now at DutchMillerChevy.com or come in today to the home of friends and family pricing, Dutch Miller Chevrolet in Huntington.
For those on the go, the smoothie connoisseur, the break room favorite, and for those that just never quite have it all, Clark's has what you need to keep your day on track. Make life easier. and keep your busy schedule moving forward with everything you need at Clark's. Clark's Pump and Shop. Return, refresh, refuel.
Food Fair is the place to save. Our Cart Cash rewards will save you even more. Become a VIP member. Sign up is easy. When you sign up for Cart Cash, the more you shop, the more you save. Visit any of our locations or go to foodfairmarkets.com and sign up today to start saving. Food Fair, where convenience and quality meet.
The views are breathtaking. The instruction is personal. The experience is hands-on. The programs are nationally ranked. The atmosphere is welcoming. It's all here, all in one unique place. All to help you soar higher.
Thank you, everybody, here in the studio and those of you watching at home. After our first round, the warm-up round, it's a 20-10 score in favor of Blaine. So we're going to come and talk to Marissa, and she's going to tell us everything you've ever wanted to know about Blaine Middle School, but we're afraid to ask.
It's just a small school in Blaine, Kentucky. There's about 60 kids enrolled.
That's it, 60
60
at
in
Blaine
middle
Middle.
school.
Wow, how about that?
And the coaches is Miss Hollyfield and Miss Whalers. The principal is Mr. Jennings.
All right, and you'll need to speak up for me, remember, all right? And I was telling, I think it was you earlier, I had hair like that in the 70s. And you see what's happened to it, so please enjoy it while you can. I have visual picture. Well, of course it'll be visual if it's a picture. All right, Sydney, tell me about your school at Green.
So we're a small school in Franklin Furnace, Ohio. In our middle school room, we have about 40 each grade, in each grade. And our principal is Matthew McCorkle, and our coach is Mrs. Skipworth, who's one of the best coaches ever. Yeah.
Welcome, welcome, and ladies, speak up for us as we begin the bonus round. And we'll begin with a 15-point clue to an answer. If they're not sure of the answer, they can skip to the 10-point clue and or skip to the 5. And we will have Green go first here. It's a science round. Here's your 15-point clue. This 8-letter word is the one-word term for electrical current. Do you want to skip to the 10-point clue?
Yes, please.
All right. It describes the amount of electrical charge that's flowing through a system, or alternately, the maximum amount of electrical current that a system is capable of handling safely. Looking for an 8-letter word. And again, if they're not sure, they can skip to the 5-point clue. You want to try that 5-point clue?
Yes, please.
Okay. When a system is subjected to too much of this, its electrical circuit or other components may melt or otherwise degrade. Beyond the immediate burn hazard posed by such a situation, a system with melted components could also cause an electrical fault that results in an arc flash or shock hazard. What is that science term?
No answer.
No answer? Do you know Blaine and Marissa?
Compositor?
No, it's amperage. Your political party's question now with a 15-point clue, Blaine. This became a minority party while keeping its stronghold in New England and made a brief resurgence by opposing the War of 1812.
10-point clue.
10-point clue, the party favored centralization, modernization, industrialization, and protectionism. You want the 5-point clue?
5-point clue.
Under Alexander Hamilton, it dominated the national government from 1789 to 1801. What political party am I looking for?
Republic?
No? Do you know for 5?
The Democratic Party?
It's the Federalist. An astronomy question for you. 15 for you, Green and Sydney. 15-point clue. This German astronomer, mathematician, astrologer, natural philosopher, and writer on music was a key figure in the 17th century scientific revolution.
Clue.
10-point clue, speak up for me. He incorporated religious arguments and reasoning into his work, motivated by the religious conviction and belief that God had created the world according to an intelligible plan that is accessible through the natural light of reason. Would you like the 5-pointer?
Yes, please.
In astronomy, his laws of planetary motion, published between 1609 and 1619, describe the orbits of planets around the sun. The laws modified the heliocentric theory of Nicholas Copernicus.
Galileo?
Not Galileo. Blaine? Marissa? It's Johannes Kepler. Back to you for a 15-point clue on lakes. Now, Blaine. This is the largest lake by area on its continent, the world's largest tropical lake, and the world's second largest freshwater lake by surface area after Lake Superior in North America. Would you like the 10-point clue?
Point clue.
The lake's area is divided among 3 countries, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania.
5-point clue.
5-pointer is the lake was renamed after a British queen by the explorer John Hanning Speke, the first Briton to document it in 1858, while on an expedition with Richard Francis Burton. Name this African lake.
Elizabeth Lake.
No, not Elizabeth. Green?
Lake Victoria?
Lake Victoria is right, so you pick up 5 there. And you get a bonus on explorers for 5 points. Name the Portuguese explorer and a subject of the Hispanic monarchy in 1518, best known for having planned and led the 1519 Spanish expedition to the East Indies across the Pacific Ocean to open a maritime trade route, during which he discovered the interoceanic passage, bearing thereafter his name, and achieved the first European navigation from the Atlantic to Asia.
Ten-point clue?
What'd you say?
10-point clue?
10? No, that's your bonus, so you have to guess on the 5. Who is that guy? Any guess? Explorer?
No answer.
All right. Blaine?
Marco Polo.
No, it's Ferdinand Magellan. That will end our bonus round. We will have our 60-second categories coming up here when we return to High Q.
Members Choice Credit Union is committed to helping you take control of your finances. When your financial health seems off kilter, work with us to help it thrive. You can make your to-do list a to-done list with a low-interest home equity line of credit. Stop worrying about debt. Start taking control of your finances. Consolidate your debt today with the help of your credit union family at Members Choice Credit Union. Visit us online at mccu.net.
The views are breathtaking. The experience is hands-on. The instruction is personal. The programs are nationally ranked. The atmosphere is welcoming. It's all here, all in one unique place at Morehead State University, all to help you soar higher.
Food Fair is the place to save. Our Cart Cash Rewards will save you even more. Become a VIP member. Sign up is easy. When you sign up for Cart Cash, the more you shop, the more you save. Visit any of our locations or go to foodfairmarkets.com and sign up today to start saving. Food Fair, where convenience and quality meet.
For those on the go, the smoothie connoisseur, the break room favorite, And for those that just never quite have it all, Clark's has what you need to keep your day on track. Make life easier and keep your busy schedule moving forward with everything you need at Clark's. Clark's Pump and Shop. Return, refresh, refuel.
Thank you, everybody, and welcome back to High Q. After 2 rounds of play, we find Marissa and her team from Blaine with a 15-point lead over Sydney and Green 20-5. But now we have the 60-second round with these 4 categories: 2 meanings, begins and ends with K, finish the Beatles song title, and also a playing card. So Sydney and Green, because you have the lower score at this point, you get to pick first. Which of those do you like?
Also a playing card.
Also a playing card. All right, make sure you speak up for me. And as we will get ready here, un momento, to start the clock, we will give you your first question. Okay, start the clock. Charles, Camilla's husband. Also a playing card.
Pass.
Actors Nicholson, Palance, and golfer Nicklaus.
Jack.
Right. The best pitcher on a baseball team.
Pass.
You may pay dues to be a member of these.
Pass.
They're a girl's best friend.
Diamonds.
Tools for digging dirt with a relatively flat blade, smaller than shovels.
Spade.
In tennis, the tie score of 40 all in a game in which a player needs 2 consecutive points to win.
Pass.
Elizabeth II, Victoria, Anne.
Queen.
Homophone for serving platters. And time runs out. So you've gotten 4 of those. That will bring you to 45. Marissa, on the also a playing card, we'll go to the ones they missed or passed on. Charles, Camilla's husband.
King.
King, Charles now. The best pitcher on a baseball team.
Pass.
He's their ace. You may pay dues to a member of these.
Club.
Club, certainly. In tennis, the tie score of 40 all in a game in which a player needs 2 consecutive points to win.
Ace.
It's deuce. And homophone for serving platters.
Pass.
All right, it would be trays, T-R-E-Y-S, which means 3 in playing cards. So you picked up 10 of theirs, brings you to 30 points, to 45 for them, and which you picked up 2, so you have 40 points. Which category now for you of the remaining?
Finish the Beatles song title.
Finish the Beatles song title. All right, here we go, and start the clock. I want to hold your
Hand.
I saw her standing.
Alone.
No, can't buy me.
Pass.
Do you want to know a
Secret.
a hard day's?
Work.
No, 8 days.
Pass.
Twist and?
Turn.
No, ticket to?
Success.
No, paperback.
Pass.
Ain't she? Is your last one.
Pretty.
No, I'm sure she is. But you have 2 of that, so it brings you to 60. Now you can pick up some points here. Green middle, and Sydney with the ones they missed or passed on. Beatles, finish the Beatles song title. I saw her standing
Pass.
there. Can't buy me.
Love.
Love is right. A hard day's.
No answer.
Night. 8 days.
Pass.
Week. Twist and. Answer?
Pass.
Shout. Twist and shout. Ticket to
Hollywood.
ride. Paperback. That's
Pat.
writer. And ain't she
Beautiful?
sweet? But you got one of there, so you pick up another 10. That brings you to 55 to 60. A good game after our 60-second round. Now, Stump the Experts will come up next, where all the questions are worth 20 points when HiQ returns.
The madness is real at Dutch Miller Chevrolet in Huntington. With vehicle allocations returning, prices are dropping, and we're offering no payments for 90 days. Or how about taking up to $8,000 off high-output 2.7-liter Silverados, and for a limited time, supplier pricing on select new Camaros, Trax, Trailblazers, and Traverses. Text or chat now at DutchMillerChevy.com or come in today to the home of friends and family pricing, Dutch Miller Chevrolet in Huntington.
For those on the go, the smoothie connoisseur, the break room favorite, and for those that just never quite have it all, Clark's has what you need to keep your day on track. Make life easier and keep your busy schedule moving forward with everything you need at Clark's. Clark's Pump and Shop. Return, refresh, refuel.
The views are breathtaking. The instruction is personal. The experience is hands-on. The programs are nationally ranked. The atmosphere is welcoming. It's all here, all in one unique place. All to help you soar higher.
Food Fair is the place to save. Our Cart Cash Rewards will save you even more. Become a VIP member. Sign up is easy. When you sign up for Cart Cash, the more you shop, the more you save. Visit any of our locations or go to foodfairmarkets.com and sign up today to start saving. Food Fair, where convenience and quality meet.
Thank you, and welcome back to IQ. We had a slight scoring change. We found that Green Middle actually has 10 more points than we gave them credit for. So it's 65-60 to Blaine, going into our Stump the Experts round, where all the questions are worth 20 points apiece. And Blaine, we'll start with you with an audio question. The 2022 Grammys. This 19-year-old racked up 3 Grammys in 2022 for Best Pop Vocal Album, Best New Artist, Best Pop Performance Solo. Time named her the 2021 Entertainer of the Year, and Billboard named her Woman of the Year in 2022. I want you to listen, name the song and the entertainer.
Just like we always talked about, 'cause you were so excited for me to finally drive up to your house. But today I drove through the suburbs crying 'cause you weren't around.
Driver's License by Olivia Rodrigo.
That is good for 20 points. All right, your audio question now, Green Middle. This artist producer claims he was the first person to call her by the name we now know, which he said he derived from this song. Name Stephanie Germanotta's stage name after listening to this. So derived from that song, by what name do we know her?
Lady Gaga?
Lady Gaga is right. From Radio Gaga by Queen. You see how clever we are. Now, colors by shades, and it's your question, Sydney. What color has shades of amethyst, wisteria, and lavender?
Purple?
Purple is right, another 20. Your colors by shades. What color has shades of aquamarine, emerald, and shamrock?
Green.
Green is right. Now, back to you for a decades question. In what decade did the first Monopoly board game go on sale and the Hoover Dam was dedicated? Both in what decade? What decade?
60s.
No?
50s.
No, it's the 30s, 1930s, believe it or not. Now, your decade's question. In what decade was Queen Elizabeth II proclaimed Queen of the United Kingdom, and at the time, 7 other independent Commonwealth realms upon the death of her father, King George VI? What decade?
The 50s?
Say again?
The 50s?
50s is right, so another 20 for you brings you to 125. Stay with you for a visual question now. Green, what is the occupation of the Nintendo character on the right, and what character is on the left?
Yoshi's on the left and Mario's on the right.
I need the occupation of the one on the right.
A plumber?
Yes, so you pick up 20 points on that. Your visual question now. There are herbaceous, annual, biennial, or short-lived perennial plants. Some species are monocarpic, dying after flowering. In Greek and Roman myths, they were used as offerings to the dead. This symbolism was invoked in the children's novel, The Wonderful Wizard of Oz, in which a magical field of them threatened to make the protagonist sleep forever.
Poppies?
Poppies is right. And that ends a well-played second round, or our fourth round, actually. The second half of the game, Stump the Experts. We'll see who wins and moves on when High Q returns.
This High-Q broadcast has been brought to you in part by River Cities Builders, A&A Porta Potties, Kentucky Farmers Bank, Stoltz Pharmacy in Greenup and McDonald Pharmacy in South Shore, First and People's Bank, Clark's Pump and Shops of the Tri-State, Morehead State University, Tri-State Area Food Fairs, Dutch Miller Automotive, and Members Choice Credit Union, with funding provided by the Wing to Wing Foundation.
The Professor and Stephanie, weekday mornings from 6 to 10. MJ McKay, middays 10 to 2. Ernie G. Anderson, weekday afternoons from 2 to 6. Jim Forrest, evenings from 6 to 9. Dwayne Elliott, weeknights 9 to midnight. And the greatest songs of all times play here on Cool Hits 105.7.
Thank you, and welcome back to High Q. The final score, it's a good game. We find that Green pulls it out 145 to 120 over Blaine. We'll see Blaine in another game coming up, and Green will see you as well in another game. Next week, Boyd County takes on Ashland in our middle school tournament. Ernie G. Anderson reminding you to adopt a spayed or neutered pet for a lifetime of love. God bless you. We'll see you next week here on the CW and High Q.